Good afternoon. Hope you all are doing well. We are at a different location. Actually, if you remember or watch my video, in the very first video that I've done, this is actually where we were. And I remember that I specifically said that there was a light on this side because over there is super dark. That's where we are. So, it's kind of cool. It's a sidewalk next to a busy road, but there's trees and it kind of looks like you're running through a forest, and it's pretty neat. But I have kind of been thinking about, just honestly just kind of being real with you for a little bit before I start the run. And it's not like I've been fake with you, but I have really just thought a lot about inauthentic content, and you understand what I'm talking about. Like when my kids, for instance, or maybe your kids are doing the same thing, they watch this. I need to look this up real quick because I don't want to get it wrong. But there's a specific show. And I understand, the kids like it, but I think it's called Danny Go. But for some reason, that guy really bothers me. And I think it might just be because it's inauthentic. Or how about those people, I'm not going to look it up, I think it might be Danny Go. How about those people that do water park? Jesus Christ, I don't know why I'm talking about this. Okay, my kids watch these. They're cringe as heck. And they act super hyper, right? Like, let's go to the park. And then they run to the park. And it's just super that kind of stuff. And it is the most annoying thing. Every time I see them watch it, I tell them, shut it off now. Shut it off now. And they're like, why, Dad? They're teaching us stuff. And I'm like, because it's fake. Because it's absolutely fake. That's why. And I don't want you consuming it. I really don't. I don't like that kind of content. I'm just speaking my mind right here. I'm being very transparent, very real. I cannot stand that kind of content. It drives me insane. And so I've kind of just been meditating on that and just so what's the other alternative? Well, for one, keep my kids off of the screen, right? Or two, teach them that they can go out and make real content about a real water park and not have to be this hyper fake person. And it bothers me because it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's and I think this is a big driving point for me. It's now I understand that a lot of people who work out and run, they're not fake, right? I'm not sitting there saying that. They're documenting it in a different way than I am, which is absolutely okay. I have no problem with that. It's not my cup of tea, right? But I might not be somebody else's cup of tea, and that I completely understand that. But it's we've shifted toward, well, specifically for the kids, this fake content that's consuming kids, and it's annoying as shoot. I'm just being real. It drives me it drives me nuts. Because then to me it's brain rot. It's these little kids being fake as heck, super fake. And then I'll watch my kids kind of replicate what they try to say on the TV, and I'm like, where did you get that? And they're like, oh, it's this girl that says it, or boy that says it. And I'm like, don't say it again, because it's not you. They're imitating what's on the TV. They're imitating what's on YouTube. And to me, that is sad, because they're not imitating anything that's real. it is real in a sense, like it's a real girl doing it, but I guarantee you, it's what do they call it? Screenplay. It's literally like, it's scripted. The whole thing is flipping scripted. They're supposed to act like that to get clicks and views, and it's ridiculous. Okay, that's my little rant of something that I have been thinking about. It's actually really been bothering me. Which is, like I said, it's another reason why I'm doing this, because it's obviously one extreme to the next. Like, there's going to be people that don't like this kind of content, which I can completely understand. But I don't want to live in a fake world either, right? That's just me, whatever. Okay, let's put you on my head. And quite frankly, goodness gracious, like, I have to give it to them. They're probably extremely good at editing. You know, so there's like this side where, you know, it's actually probably, obviously it's never, in my opinion, good to be fake, but, you know, it does get clicks. I know it does, because my kids have watched it. And every time my kids have watched it, I'm like, shut it off. Because it's weird. Like, people don't act like that. Like this little prancing girl. I don't know. Okay? If you understand what I'm talking about, then just let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Alright, y'all are looking good up there. But I mean, shoot. I honestly just try to be as real as possible on this channel. Now, y'all absolutely get different sides of me. Like, you get silly side, serious side, X, Y, and Z. I play a lot on this channel, but it's all me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were running with me, I'd be talking about the same daggum stuff. Literally. I'd be like, yo, dude, what if a bear popped out? Because that's how I am. What if a bear popped out and just started flipping, trying to get us? What would you do? You know? That's what boys do, right? Now, all right, we're gonna go. We're gonna run, because that's what we do. And of course, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee. Dude, every single time. Every time. My left leg, I don't know what's going on with it. Stop being a little... So... yeah, you know, just... fake content gets on my nerves. Big time. Now, like I said, like, you know, there's a ton of influencers, runfluencers, and all of that out there. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about this really, really fake content for kids, and the overstimulated content where it's just screenplay, you know, scripted nonsense where you got boxes falling out of the sky with children in them, and it's absolutely just AI bullshit. But the kids like it, and I think that's an issue, you know? And I understand it's stimulated, or stimulating. But to me, it's just like, what? It's gotta be I don't know, I'll look more into it. Shoot, maybe I'll even watch some myself, but it's very cringe, not real. And I'm just sharing my raw thoughts with you that I thought about today at work, you know. And I was telling my wife yesterday that I think I like running so much because it's one of those things that I've seen, like, people try to fake, you know. I've run, 26 miles without a drop of sweat. I actually know people that do that. They can run 9-10 miles without sweating. But If you say, I run a 7-minute mile, and somebody invites you to run with them and they too run a 7-minute mile, but it's true, you know, it's just one of those moments where it's like, dang, I thought that running was a lot easier, but it's not. You got to put effort into it, which is why I give, excuse me, you know, all these elite runners credit. They're stinking awesome, you know, and it's crazy how, you know, how long they've been doing it, and good for y'all. You know, but for the average person, to run a 7-minute mile is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you ain't gonna run a 7-minute mile without practicing. It's not gonna happen. And if you do, okay, well, shoot. Let me take that back. You might be able to run a 7-minute mile for 1 mile, right? You might be able to. But to sustain a 7-minute mile for more than a mile, I don't think so. You know, it's just, I don't think you can do it. If you were in my shoes, right, where I'm going 3-4 plus years without having ran or worked out, you know what I'm saying? But my body is slim. I'm sort of fit. You know, I'm not big to me. Well, I'm chunky. I got jelly rolls to me, but I would say I was pretty fit until I started running. You know, like, dude, a 20-minute mile. I was so embarrassed that I had to run and walk a mile as a 33-year-old dad. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what? I had to run and walk a mile. That's a different game, dude. Running is a whole different game. Even if you can, like right now, I'm running a 12-minute mile in grass. Dude, I'm booting up a storm. Excuse me if you can hear that. Like, I'm running a 12-minute mile right now. This was not sustainable 5 months ago. A 20-minute mile is what I was running. I'll say it again, 20 minutes as a 30. Yeah, it was actually 32 when I did it. Because my birthday is March. But yeah, dude, it's no joke. It's not something you can just go out and, I had a buddy, okay? I'm gonna call him out. And he watches my channel. But this is the perfect example, right? He was telling me, he signed up for a 5K race. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to get in the I'm gonna try to get in the top 10, right? I think he said top 10 or top 3. I could be wrong. I'll ask him to put it in the comments on this video. Now, he did a phenomenal job on his run. Like, whoa. When he told me his times, I was like, you stinking ran that? But, so this is his first 5K run in a while, right? And, well, actually a long time. He's never done it before. So now, me and him used to run together when we were younger. So, but you gotta remember, he also ran with those 2 guys that ran up a mountain. So me and him were right together. We were running with those guys. So he calls me up. I'm gonna enter a 5K. I'm like, yeah, nice. What's your time? What are you trying to go for? He's like, dude, he's another person that actually got me into running. Because I was like, I wonder what my time would be. And then the ball started rolling. So he calls me. I'm gonna enter a 5K. I'm like, good, that's awesome, dude. Tell me what your time is, you know? He does it. But before he does it, he's like, I'm gonna try to get top. It was either 5 or 10, right? And I was like, dude, are you crazy? And he was like, what? And this is how people are, right? They don't know. And he was like, what? I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's no dadgum way you're gonna come close to getting top 10. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, because you haven't been running. You have not been running. And he's like, man, it can't be that hard. I'm like, okay, dude, good luck. Now, he's fitter than me. At the time when he ran this, he was fitter than me. This was like 6-7 months ago. He's a skinny guy. Like, I would say I'm pretty skinny, but I've gained weight. So, me and him kind of banter back and forth. Yeah, I want to try to get top 5, top 10, something like that, right? So he enters it. He calls me up. I flat out was like, there's no way. It's not going to happen. I'll give you $100. I'll give you $1,000 if you can get in top 10. But also, he has not ran in years. So, we're thinking he might have a chance because he ran with me and his 2 triathletes when we were basically at our prime. And we were probably running a 7-8 minute mile back then. That's before they had flipping. I never saw a watch that tracked your time when I was running that. That was when I was 18. I'm 33 years old. I'm 33 now, so it's a long time ago. But he does it. He does the 5K. He calls me and he's like, dude, that was crazy hard. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I tried to hang with this old man with his dog. Dude, he smoked me. And I was like, what was his time? And he's telling me the old man's running a 7:30 minute mile. I'm like, dang. I was like, dude, I told you, man. Running's a whole different game when you actually put the practice in. And he was like, I was so wrong. He said he wasn't able to walk for dang near 4 or 5 days after that. And yeah, the moral of the story is, don't think you can run faster than you can actually run. Because I was thinking that I'd be able to get up to the front of the neighborhood in 10 minutes. That's what my goal was, 10 minutes. No. And my buddy, he had to run and walk it. So that just comes to show you shouldn't be bragging about something that you don't put into practice, right? Like if I ran 5K right now, I'd probably do it in roughly 28 to 30 minutes. And that's me trying, right? That's an honest assessment, I think. That's without me freaking going out at a 7-minute mile. But I think that's an honest assessment. If I were to run a 5K right now, I'm gonna turn around. I'd probably run 28 to 30 minutes. And that's me giving it my all. So, maybe faster, I don't know. But we're gonna try it soon. Coming up here pretty soon. We're gonna try an all-out 5K. And you guys are gonna come along for the journey. So, I know that I can run 2 miles in, 18 minutes? Or 20? I think it was 18 minutes. So, yeah, I think 27 to 30 minutes is a good starting spot for me. You know, I've only been running for 2 weeks straight. Like, that's the crazy thing. So, you know, running is not one of those things you can just pick up and go, I'm going to run a 5-minute mile. No, you're not. It's not happening. Your body's going to give out before you even finish. Your body's going to be like, no. You're going to be crawling to the finish line, even for a mile. It's not going to happen. You might have some freak genetics. Shoot, you might be able to do it, but you ain't lasting for longer than a mile. But maybe I'm just an old 33-year-old dad with 4 kids. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you, my experience sucked. Running those 2 miles. Belly flapping in the wind. Hair flopping in the wind. Looking like a dang old fat dog running down the street. But I did it. I stinking did it. And that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Like, bump all the haters. Bump you, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You sitting on your couch watching me run down the street. What are you doing? Get out here and run with me. I'm not fast, you can hang on with me. I'm just kidding. If anybody's sitting on the couch watching me run, I understand. I really do. Trust me. I really do. It's hard. Running is flipping hard. And I'm embarrassed. To be completely honest with you, I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. Like, I can't say anything else other than I feel like I should be faster. You know? Now, that's not to condemn me, but I am ashamed at the fact that I can only run an 11 or 12 minute mile and I'm pooped. I can't run that fast. You know, I thought that I'd be a lot faster than this, but dadgum. Like, holy snot. You know, and that's my fault. I dropped the ball. I stopped running. Honestly, because I didn't think I needed it. I was like, I'm good. I can keep up with my kids. I could have kept up with my kids just fine before I started running. But you know what I noticed? They weren't tired and I was. And I was like, man, something's wrong with this. You know, we go to the trampoline park. My kids are having a blast, running up and down. Boing, 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 boing. Doing flips. And I'm the 33-year-old dad, and I can't even maintain bouncing with them because I'm so out of shape. I was embarrassed. Yeah, I still did it, but dude, it hurt me for 3 to 4 days. I don't want that. Goodness gracious, I don't want that. I want to be able to outlast my kids. That's going to be the title of this video. Outlasting my kids. Well, I mean, not like an age, but I want to be that 80-year-old running with my kids, you know? This is very dangerous. I do not recommend this. I did not think, what was that? It was a Mustang. I did not recommend running on the side of the road like this. Man, I didn't think about this. It's okay. This will be the last time we do this. So, I want to steer my kids in the right direction with what they watch, how fit they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be 40, 50 years old letting my girl and boy outrun me. That ain't happening. You know, and that's just the dad in me. I want to keep up with my kids. I have to. Yeah, it's just, I have to. And this is one way I'm going to do it. So that maybe one day, when they come to me and they're like, hey dad, let's go run 6 miles. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Come on. You know? But if I can't hang with them, they're not going to invite me. They're not. And I don't expect them to. But I'm ashamed. And I got to say that. But I'm doing better, you know? My girl and my boy cannot outrun me right now because I've been showing up every day. They're not outrunning me right now, baby. I got them. I will smoke them in the ground. And I've already done it. When my little girl opens her little mouth, it's like, I can beat you in a race. No, you can't. Let's run to the front of the neighborhood and see. She's like, okay. She doesn't last. Because like I said, I can run a 7:30. It kills me, but I can do it. So I put the 7:30 pace on. Boom, taking off. She's like, wait. I'm like, what? I thought this was a race. She's like, I can't. I'm done. I'm like, no. Your little booty's gonna keep running. You opened your mouth. Now run. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't expect her to run a 7:30. I'll slow down with her, but she's gonna finish the daggum run. Whether it's a 10-minute mile or 12 or 13. She's just gonna finish it, you know? I love when these kids think they're faster than me. You know, now they might be faster than me in sprinting, absolutely. But I'm like, well, let's run to the front. I put on like a 9-minute mile, take off. They can't last. You know? But everyone's all talk until they put their their shoes on and they start running. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's fun. I think it's fun. But I'm not fast. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I am not fast. You know, if I'm going to compare myself to other people, I'm a slowpoke. You know what? But I'm not comparing myself to other people. I want to be able to run at an easy pace of 7:30. To me, that's fast. Not to Eliud Kipchoge or flipping Connor Mans or all these elite runners. I'm not trying to be them. I'm trying to be me. I want to be the best me. And that's what I want. That's the goal I want. That's fast enough, man. Now, if in 4 years I'm hitting that, guess what? It's going to increase. All right, well, shoot. We're at 7:30 pace for 26 miles. We hit it. What's next? All right. So if I'm at a 7:30 pace easy, that means my threshold is probably roughly around 6:15, maybe 6-minute mile. I'm not sure. But we just keep increasing it. Who knows? 4 years from now, how many videos would that be? That'd be insane. That'd be a lot of videos if I'm doing 2-a-days. Dude, I can't wait. That excites me. Oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I got off the camera in the first video today, I had the penguin walk all the way to the bathroom. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a penguin walk, but that's exactly what I look like. You know, and it was safe and sound. It was safe and sound downtown. I executed that mission flawlessly, right into the bowl. So, just thought I'd give you guys a preview of what you didn't see. And I'm hauling bumski, and I need to slow down. But yeah, those peppercini peppers, they killed me this morning. And right, I think it was like, I had a little bit of a run to go this morning. It hit me hard, super hard. What you want, squirrel? You trying to tango? Let's go. I do kind of get freaked out with noises, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know what it is. All right. Once I see it, I'm good. It could be Bigfoot. I'd be all right. Oh, sorry. It's just Bigfoot. Ain't nothing there, but it's just Bigfoot. But if I can't see it, I'm like, what the frick is it? What the heck is it? Dude, we're doing pretty good. We're done. Look, there's my car. Sitting safe and sound. Nobody stole it. Thank God. Heck yeah. That is what I like to see. All right, we done, people. Woo. All right. Hold on a second. Let me. Oh, my back is itching like crazy. Oh, okay. Oh, a little electric scooter. Good, how are you? All right. Oh, that thing was cool. Oh. Alrighty, so what are we at? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I'm still doing something. Okay. Gotta make sure he ain't coming this way again. What is this? Max depth. So my sweat must be triggering the swim feature, I guess, because we're at a max depth, whatever that means. All right, hold on. Sorry, people. It's always awkward doing this. We're gonna finish the run. 2 miles, 23 minutes. Average was 11:48. Okay. And I feel good. I actually feel really good right now. You guys want to see? This camera needs to do better at picking $11:48. Whatever. I'm gonna link my Strava down in the description somewhere at some point. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but that's kind of the goal. I'm gonna do that one day whenever I actually have the motivation to do it. I feel good. Just sweaty, you know. That's Florida weather for you. It feels like I just jumped into a massive sweat pool. But that's what happens sometimes. But as far as like my lungs feel good, my legs feel good, my arms feel good. They're gonna be probably a little sore from holding this camera because I'm a little just kidding. Yeah, if you guys showed up for the run, you did good. Great job to all of you athletes out there that are running, that can run a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 minute pace. Wonderful job. You guys are amazing. That guy just flew. I just spit all over the camera. I'm sorry. Oh, that wind feels good. So yeah, I'm gonna go get in the car. And I'm gonna go hang out with my kids and not let them watch overstimulating TV shows that are fake, because I don't like that. Wildcrats is a good show. I let my kids watch that, even though the Martin brothers are kind of weird. I know people don't be acting like that, bruh. But, I mean, shoot, it's better than some of the shows they be watching. Look over here. There's a bug. Man, if I ever saw somebody doing that, I would say stay away from that person right now. Stay away from that person that is acting like that. They are a YouTube character and they are fake. Maybe I'm being a little harsh as a father, I don't know, but it's just my thoughts, you know? It's just raw thoughts. But we're staying fit for our kids. You dads out there or mothers, let's stay fit for our kids so that we can beat them in races and bounce on the trampoline with them and have fun. All right, you guys have a good day. I'll see you early in the morning. Alrighty, bye-bye.